Bill Evans here for Digital Hustle. And today we want to discuss, is the American dream still achievable? And in order to get a accurate answer to that question, we're going to have to determine what the American dream is, because the American dream is different for many people. Is it still achievable? Well, what is the American dream? Well, the Investopedia meaning of the American dream is the American dream is the belief that anyone, regardless of where they were born or what class they were born into, can attain their own version of success in a society in which upward mobility is possible for everyone. It says your own version of success. What the media puts out as what the American dream is an old idea that you can, in America, you can get a job and buy a house for your family, work the job for decades, get a pension, and live off into your old age without any worries, as long as you work hard and do the right thing, so to speak. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, as the phrase goes. You too can have the American dream. Send your kids to college, have a home with a white picket fence in the suburbs. This is the idea of the American dream. What I believe is that the idea of the American dream has evolved. It has changed. The things that years ago, what people were able to do in order to achieve the American dream has changed. The average, listen, I'm old enough to remember there was a time when people had retail jobs and they were able to afford homes. They were able to take care of their family because that's how cheap the price of a shelter was. That's how cheap the price of a home was. Comparatively, today, wages have not gone up for unskilled labor. The cost of living has gone through the roof. So the idea of a person, an average person with an average job, with not necessarily any sought after skills, get that job, raise your children with that job, pay your mortgage with that job, send your kids to college with that job. That's not possible today. But does the idea that you can evolve and take yourself out of your class that you were born into another socioeconomic class, does that still exist in this country? Absolutely. Absolutely. Instead of people saying that the American dream is dead, I think more people need to embrace how to achieve the American dream today. That would be a more realistic thing to say, because certainly if you apply yourself and you do certain things in today's economic conditions, you can take yourself out of your class. But the old way of doing it, you make sure you go to college, and which there's nothing wrong with going to college, but you better make sure that you choose the right subjects and get the right training in college, because there are many An overwhelming amount of people that pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to college, and it does not guarantee them a high paying job. Go figure. Whereas years ago, I hear older people, even older than me, saying that they paid $75 to go to college. I mean, like, seriously? $75? These kids are putting themselves in hock before they even get out and experience life. It's craziness. The American dream, in my opinion, is achievable, but we live in a different time now. We live in a different time. The things that worked for the, I guess you would call them the boomer generation, decades ago, does not work today. It's a different atmosphere. Wages have not gone up. So the average person, the average unskilled laborer, it's not happening. I mean, they don't even want to raise the wage from $7.25 an hour. $7.25 an hour 35 years ago was the equivalent of $20 an hour today. And there are people that are still making $7.25 an hour today. And people say, oh, well, it's for kids and so forth and so on. Okay. But there are adults working those jobs. People don't want to accept and embrace that the time that we're living in requires a new set of skills. The younger people understand it. The older people won't accept it. And the problem is that people are stuck. And nobody wants to learn the new things in order to move forward, especially older people. There's some truth to the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. A lot of people get stuck in their ways and they can't embrace or accept a new reality. Things are different. And if we continue to go on the road that we're going, we can already see the damage that the pandemic has done to our society. Our system is so fragile that this situation that happened, this health crisis situation that happened, caused the whole system to blow up. What can we do? What can we do? Well, I know it's kind of difficult, but you need to make more money. A job provides you with one stream of income. A business provides you with multiple streams of income. It's difficult. It takes a long time to do in this Instagram age where everything is instant. It doesn't really take that long. It 2 or 3 years, but it takes 4 years to go to college to get a degree. And then some people do masters and PhDs. Those take years and years and years to acquire. You can start a business. You don't have to be the brightest person in the world. You just have to be disciplined, and you can make the equivalent of what high skilled people make on a job. The choice is yours. Is the American dream achievable? Absolutely. But in my opinion, with a job nowadays, if you don't have a particular set of skills, as Liam Neeson once said, it's not happening for you. Business, it could happen, but it's up to you.